Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having another fantastic start to your day. But hey, look, I need to do more of what I have not done up until this point. Okay? This blog I have titled Debt to Wealth, right? You guys know that by now. And you know what? Although everything that I've been teaching and everything that I've been trying to explain to you guys translates on both sides of the fence, on both sides of the net, if you will, debt and wealth. I feel like I haven't taken enough time to really get in the trenches with you guys that are struggling right now. The guys that are really on their debt journey at this time. Okay, because look, guys, I've been there and I know what it feels like, and it is trenches. Okay, it's hard. Okay, and so I don't feel like I've got down in there with you guys enough. So I want to start doing that, and today's the start of that. Okay, today we start. First of all, let me apologize that I haven't been here before. Okay. But guys, I promise you moving forward, we will visit this more often, and I will promise to be the accountability partner and the motivation, just to set some motivation in you. Look, guys, I'm not going to accomplish anything for you. I'm just trying to guide you. Okay. I'm just trying to guide you to the right place because ultimately you all have got to pick up the reins and run with it. Okay. So today's the start. Okay. And here's what I want to say is look, guys, I know it's hard. If you're currently trying to pay down debt, it feels like you've dug yourself a 20-foot deep hole and there's nothing to grab onto. And so you're like literally trying to build a ladder out of nothing to get out of this hole. And you have nothing to grab onto. And so here's what I want to tell you. Look, we can often feel like that we are who we are and that we can't change. Okay? But I'm here to tell you different. You can change. You have to want to change, but you have to change. I'm not going to convince you to change. I'm not going to change you. You're going to have to change yourself. People can't change people. I've learned this along the way. And most of you have heard this, but look, I realize it, okay? You can't change people. The old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. That's very true, guys. It's very, very true. And look, guys, I just want to be able to motivate you to believe that you can. You've got to do it though. You have to do it. There's also the saying you can't teach old dog new tricks. That's freaking baloney. That's junk. That's bull crap, to be quite honest with you. That is ridiculous. Okay? When I know 70-year-olds that are going to get in their CCNA, okay? When I know look, this isn't a political blog, okay? So let's keep politics completely out of this. But I want to talk about a man, okay? And I want to talk about the fact that Donald Trump, okay, whether you agree with or disagree with who he is, or if you agree with his political stance, that's not the point here. Do you know this guy is 70 years old? He's 70 years old. He's literally the oldest president we've ever had. I'm surprised that has not come out in the media yet. But anyways, he is 70 years old. It's the oldest president we've ever had. And yet he's doing new stuff. He's learning new stuff every day. Guys, we have control as to who we are. We have control of who we are. We have control of our habits. We have control of what we do with our money. Look, guys, we have the power to change. Who you are today does not mean that you have to be the same person tomorrow. You can change, okay? And if you already have changed and you're in the rut right now and you're trying to claw your way out, guys, stick to it. Rome wasn't built in a day and it's not going to be tore down in a day either. Well, actually, it was tore down in a day. But anyways, my point here is that, look, guys, it took us a lot. It took us quite a while to get into this hole. And it's going to take us a little bit even longer to get out of it, guys. We can wander into debt. We talked about this. We can wander into debt, guys, but we can't wander out of debt. It's got to be intentional, and we got to put one foot in front of the other day after day. It's the turtle that wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race every time, and it includes getting out of debt. Guys, I understand what it feels like. Me and my wife were $45,000 in consumer credit card debt, student loan debt, car debt, you name it, guys. We were normal to the T. We lived off of ramen noodles and water. Date night was like, my man Orville Redenbacher and Redbox. That was our date nights for 3.5 years, 4 years, 4 years. Okay. Now, guys, it may take you all less or more time to get it done, but guys, it's worth it. And the journey is just as important. Look, the fact that the journey is hard is just as important as getting out of debt, because the journey is what you're gonna is the foundation and what you're going to push forward after you're out of debt, guys. That's the foundation that's going to keep you on track moving forward, because first of all, you're going to form new habits over 3 years that are going to help you to continue to live on less than you make, and it's going to continue to allow you to save. The reason why I now can say I've done the work in my life that I don't spend a lot of money every day is because, guys, look, I spent 3 years spending like this when I was in debt. And I learned from that, and I saw the fruit of that. And I said, you know what? I wish I would have always done this. When I get out of debt, I'm going to continue to do it because I can use that money to do better things with in my life. And guys, so that's why the journey is just as important as the destination here, okay? The journey is important, and I know it's hard. It's kind of good that it's hard. It's going to be your motivation to never go back. The best lessons we learn in life, I truly believe, are the ones we learn the hardest, okay? Like when you touch a stove and you get burnt, you don't touch it again, okay? If it was just kind of warm, you probably come back and test it again. But guys, we got burnt. We got burnt. So now we gotta start clawing our way out, okay? And we gotta start building that ladder to get out of this hole that we're in, okay? So guys, just one foot after another, continue to make progress. Every day, continue to find ways to put yourself in a better position now than you was yesterday. This is the grind, okay, guys? You got to keep churning. You got to keep churning, okay? It may be slow progress right now, but the Dave Ramsey plan that I would suggest, the debt snowball, guys, you got to get it rolling. As little snow as there is, you got to get it rolling. It'll eventually build up steam, guys. And by the time you get to the other side of this debt, you won't be able to be stopped, guys. I'm telling you. The hope is there. The light is at the end of the tunnel. Just get started and you will see the light. And here's what I know, guys. Whether it's let's just assume that it's a cave, right? Like, guys, look, if you've been a cave and you haven't seen light for quite a while, and then you see light at the end of a tunnel or at the end of a cave, I can guarantee I know what I'm doing. I bet you do too. You're running. Guys, we just got to see the light. When we see the light, we'll all start running. And guys, you'll get out of this debt a lot quicker than you're supposed to. For instance, in our situation, we was expected to get out of debt in 5.5 years. Got out in 3.5. Guys, when we start getting intentional with our money, we have a plan for our money. The first thing is we have a projection, and it gives us something to aim at. But the other thing is, guys, is when we are protected with our emergency fund and we're attacking our debt with our extra money, what's funny is, since we're living on what we make, there's other surprises that come that we don't anticipate. Like extra money will come your way. It'll happen. Because what in other circumstances, what usually happens is you're not prepared for an expense. That extra money comes, and so you have to pay that expense you wasn't prepared for. But guys, right now, you're being extremely intentional. You're preparing for things. You've got your emergency fund in place in case something happens. You're attacking your debt, and you're living on less than you make. Guys, when you do that, the extra money that comes your way that ultimately ends up going to things that you weren't prepared for, you get to use to attack your debt. So guys, get excited, okay? And find that light at the end of the tunnel. Keep grinding away until you find it. And when you see it, I want you to run for it. I want you to run for it. I want you to start selling everything. If you got things in the house to sell it. Sell it. Look, guys, you can get it back later. Right now, we have a bigger fish to fry. Okay? If you got things to sell that you're not using day to day, or they just cost a lot of money that you don't need, sell them. Use that money to get out of this debt. We can buy them back when we can afford them better. Okay? Go crazy, guys. Get after it. Stay motivated. And if you need somebody to talk to, reach out to me, guys. Reach out to me. I want to be here for you. Okay? I've gone 10 minutes, but I think it was necessary. I want you guys to stay to the grind, dig your feet in, continue to move forward. Guys, you will find the light. Just keep moving. Okay? Keep moving. Be intentional with your money every day. Have a budget. Make sure you have this emergency fund. That is your protection against Murphy's Law. It's a small protection for now, but I want you to have at least $1,000 set aside for emergencies. Okay, it's a buffer between you and Murphy's Law. If something happens, you have a buffer between that and that happening. Okay, we do not want to go back into debt, and that emergency fund allows us to lean on it instead of leaning on a credit card, right? Makes no sense to be paying down a credit card and then you get a flat tire and then you got to go spend it on your credit card because you have no other way to spend it, right? Part of the habit here we got to break is to quit using credit cards, okay? So guys, one foot in front of the other, stay to the grind, work on changing your habits, and work on being intentional with every penny that comes in your house. Guys, you can do it. You will do it. If you're sick enough of the mess that you created for yourself and you can acknowledge that and you can look in the mirror and say, look, it was your fault. It was your fault that you're here, and it's going to be you that gets you out of here. You're the problem with your finances, but you're also the solution to your finances. That's the beauty here, okay? You're the problem, but you're also the solution. Okay, guys? I want y'all to stay to the grind. If y'all need anything, reach out to me. I want to talk to you. If there's anything I can help with, if you need help with, maybe you're stuck and you're finding yourself upside down, maybe we can talk and figure something out. There's always an answer. The answer is either income or it's outgo. Okay, so we got to talk about those things. So if you need to discuss those things with me, reach out. Okay, all right, everybody have a great day, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.